It's game time, MP. You ready to put that work in?
My boy is just all around fantastic.
Coming up next, the Timberwolves taking on the Cavaliers. For the Timberwolves, 10th place in the Western Conference, but there's plenty of time left for them to make a move. Cavs, T-Wolves, tip-off just moments away. Hi, everybody. Time to get into it. NBA action on 2K Sports. With Hall of Famers Grant Hill and Doris Burke. This is Brian Anderson, plus our reporter, Allie LaForce. And now in December, here's what the Eastern Conference standings look like. You look at the Cavaliers, they love where they stand right now. First place.
Well, I think for the Cavaliers, I think we all knew they were going to be a dangerous team, but to their credit, they have lived up to those expectations. They're just not a team you want to face right now.
Yeah, and there really hasn't been any feeling out process for them at the start of the season. They were in peak form immediately.
Let's check out Minnesota's starting lineup. Wendell Carter is out there with McDaniels. Then it's Green, then there's Edwards, and it's Wells in at the small forward position. And for the Cavaliers, we've got Donovan Mitchell, and it's Wood in at the 4. And in the first game of a back-to-back, is managing minutes a priority for the coaching staff, Doris?
I think, Brian, for coaches, you're just reacting in real time to how the game unfolds. Minutes are always a concern when it's a back-to-back situation. Well, let's say we get down the stretch and this is a possession ball game. Usually you're going to choose, I'm going to put my best players on the floor and try to win the game right in front of them.
Now here's McDaniels. Looking at the numbers, he's putting up 7 points a game. Green against Herger. Just 5 on the clock. McDaniels from long range. Mitchell grabs a miss. And it's Cleveland's ball. Herter with it. Now Carter defending. Here's the Beast. Pass to Mitchell. Here's the Beast. To the wing on the left. Goes back up. It's rebounded by Minnesota. A tough loss coming against the Lakers in their last game played.
And you know, I mean, they played with great energy all the way through. Just fell a little bit short.
If they're playing in their own building, they probably win that basketball game. The reality is it's a hard thing to win on the road in the NBA.
Here's the Beast. Following the score by Minnesota. Rush the pass to the Beast. And he banks in the layup.
This guy reads situations so well, and he knows how to execute.
Here in the first quarter, with about 2 minutes gone by. Pass to Wells. Outside McDaniels. From deep three-point land. Sinks it. What range from downtown.
Defensively, you can't afford to get stuck on the pick.
You know exactly what that takes. It takes energy, it takes activity, it takes intensity. That's how you share the rock. He does this time and time again.
The Timberwolves have gone just 2 for 4 from the floor. Green, the pass to McDaniels. Edwards with it. From downtown. Can't get it to go. Missed his first one. And Doris, you watch Anthony Edwards year to year. He just keeps reaching a new level.
He wants greatness badly. He's putting in the time, BA, to get there. Anthony Edwards, the shooting, the confidence, the leadership, everything's growing. He's now producing like an MVP. Look out, everybody. Here he comes.
And Minnesota with possession here. The Cavs getting their last shot to go. And so he draws the foul. Headed to the line to shoot a pair.
And this is why Green's guys encourage him to attack, because it puts the defenses in compromising situations.
Minnesota shooting their first foul shots of the night.
2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one. So after making the first, he goes 1 for 2.
Could have taken the lead there, but instead, they're going to have to settle for the tie.
And he makes it.
And setting the tempo with an assertive move. Like, where was the defense on that play?
To me, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking to each other.
A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Thanks. Well, the Beast in their last matchup against the Bucks played some superb basketball. He contributed 42 points, and his shot was on point, especially from downtown and the charity stripe. His numbers from that game jump off the stat sheet. He was just superb. Guys, let's see if he can do it again.
Good stuff, Allie. Tremendous effort from him in that last game, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., I think he pushed them to the win through sheer force of will.
Let's give credit to his teammates for continuing to find this guy. They knew he had the hot hand, and they were willing to ride it all night long.
And he gets it to go off the front iron.
This is where Green is most effective. He's got a great feel for scoring inside.
Here's the Beast. Outside for Mitchell. Pass to the Beast. Back to Mitchell. Over to the wing. Now here's Herter. Counted from distance. Herter's got 5.
Setting each other up beautifully. I love it. 8 of their last 10 points coming off assists.
Outside McDaniels. Back to Green. Perfect night so far. 2 for 2.
Just owning the painted area. If it's working, no need to change.
Mitchell, the pass to Herter. Here's the Beast. Green with the defensive effort. The Timberwolves have gone 5 of 8. Solid opening quarter for them. Edwards. He's off on the layup. And so it's Mitchell who brings up the ball for Cleveland. And this is the first season matchup for them against Minnesota.
They were able to come away with wins in both games last season. Impressive, to say the least.
And these two teams could easily end up meeting to decide the NBA championship. Tonight could be a preview of something with more on the line down the road.
Here's Edwards. And Edwards slams it in.
Oh, my goodness. The athleticism of Anthony Edwards on full display.
And it's Mitchell, the miss. Minnesota leading by 4. McDaniels inside. Counted. 2 for 4 from the field now.
And why go away from attacking inside if the D has no answer for you?
Here's the beast. Cleveland again missing.
Boy, a clean, close look. What a missed opportunity.
Green for 3. It's rebounded by Cleveland. They defeated Milwaukee in their last game.
And that night, they did a great job of executing their plays and creating mismatches.
Well, it was certainly a game that their analytics people had to love breaking down. I thought they exposed every weakness in the defense.
The scoring is fast and furious as we end the first. It's Minnesota up by 6. And back in a moment as we'll get underway with quarter number 2. If you're just joining us, we played through 1 quarter in this one. And when you consider how Minnesota is doing, guys, your thoughts?
It's simple. The main takeaway from the first quarter is they're winning this game with defense.
I think across the board, a number of guys have done a great job guarding multiple positions.
So for Minnesota right now, we've got Edwards, and it's Whitehead in a 2-guard. This is his first trip to the free throw line tonight.
In their previous game, he simply couldn't miss from the line.
And the first one at the line is good. Doris, one of the most physical guards in the NBA, Anthony Edwards.
If you want to talk about a prototypical NBA body, it's Anthony Edwards. He's got size, strength, athleticism, but beyond that, he's so skilled. 3-level scorer, versatile on the defensive end, fearless when it matters. Anthony Edwards may be the next face of the league.
Here's Irving. And that one's off. He misses his first shot of the game. Pass to Whitehead. Edwards looking for an opening. Lets it go. Good. 3rd basket in 6 attempts.
And just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level.
One thing I enjoy is watching players who don't pay attention to the score. You lock in on the moment and play the right way.
Howard, the screen. Irving, no good. The Timberwolves lead by 10. Edwards, a pass to Allen. Just over a minute has passed here in the second quarter. Inside is Whitehead. Nice start for him, sinking his first shot.
And their offensive game plan is clear. Get it inside and go to work.
And Kenny Atkinson has called a timeout. He'll take the opportunity to regroup. Scoring has been climbing over the past decades, Grant. Is the league too offensive at the moment, you think?
Well, we know that people like scoring, the fans, players, everyone, but the league needs to make sure there aren't hamstringing defenders too much. So I think allowing some more physicality incentivizes the defender to defend. And now we have competition on both sides of the ball.
Garland looking around. Irving, a screen on Allen. Pass to Allen. Second quarter of action, about a minute and a half played. Here's Whitehead. Now Edwards. Kyrie Irving clears the rebound.
You got to move past that one. I mean, they want him to take that again.
And they should, because it's when you start turning down that kind of look that your offense can start to bog down a bit.
And that's on the defense, giving him a decent look. That's his shot.
Pass to Edwards. To the inside. Nice start for him, sinking his first shot.
Credit their discipline. They've been working for high percentage shots.
Now Garland. Still no points. Fires from deep. Edwards pulls it in. And it's Edwards with the ball for the Minnesota Timberwolves. In the second quarter, they've given up just 3 points. Allen, the pass to Edwards. Oh, Edwards! Money on the triple!
Well, don't think twice. Ball touches your hands, you let it go, Anthony Edwards.
Garland with the ball. He's picked up by Edwards. And it's blocked by Edwards. Allen, the pass to Edwards. And the Timberwolves hit again from deep.
I just love the ball movement.
Pass to Allen. Allen with a screen on Edwards. And here's Hunter from the arc. The rebound by the Timberwolves.
Well, he tries to enter with a 3 of his own. He can't do it. You can't get caught up in the one-on-one aspect.
It's Edwards on the wing. Hunter covering. Shoots from the elbow. Edwards, no good.
Well, he's a quality mid-range shooter, but he can't get that one to go.
Outside Irving. Pass to Allen. Over Edwards. And miss after miss right now.
Nice rebound. Trying to match the other team's intensity right now.
And the shot goes.
I think his teammates understand that Anthony Edwards has every aspect of his offensive game working, so let's make sure he's got the basketball.
And Kenny Atkinson has called a timeout. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy here.
Yeah, I think Coach calls this timeout right now because he's not happy with the distribution of shots. Difficult shots, contested shots, you've got to get a better offensive rhythm.
And now, please welcome to the court, the Powerhouse Kid team.
And a new group getting ready for the Timberwolves.
Give them a round of applause.
Here's the Beast, guarded by Edwards. Outside Garland. To the middle. Clock at 6. Ooh, McDaniels with a steal. Got a piece of it, and it goes out of bounds. That one off Green. The Cavaliers making a switch here. Herder's checked in.
Number 30, Kevin.
Cavaliers trail by 19. The Beast passes to Simmons. To snap the cold streak. And it's Simmons slamming it home.
Simmons with a little flair and flash. Let him feel all of your basketball ability, Ben Simmons.
There's the AT&T 5G Slam Cam, capturing the moment.
Cleveland foul. Number 16. Pace first. Second team foul.
.119 left in the second period. Pass to Wells. Beyond the arc. Second chance effort. Carter, good.
Let's remember, Wendell Carter Jr. is a force on the offensive glass. Use that height. Use that athleticism, young sir.
Looking to end this cold spell. Nice touch on the bank shot. The Beast has got 10 points in the game.
They seem to concede that shot, and his response is, thank you very much.
Outside McDaniels. Green, a screen. McDaniels can't hit. Cavaliers trail by 17. Down low. And out of bounds. Minnesota will have it.
Yeah, communication breakdown. Two guys thinking in opposite directions. The pass winds up in the stands.
And the Timberwolves making a change here. Whitehead's checked in. There's 39 seconds left in the second quarter. Green with the ball. Coming off a 28-point game against the Lakers in Los Angeles.
And the other thing, guys, he really got after it on the backboards. What a complete game for this guy.
Gotta fight harder to get over those screens.
You know, we see this all the time. You're basically, as a defender, hoping the man misses rather than putting in the work to get over screens.
The Beast shot is off.
I know he's got to be frustrated right now, but the team is fighting from behind. He's got to stay with it.
Ooh, had a nice open look right there. 5 points in the game.
Jaden McDaniels.
Here's the Beast. No good from outside. Anthony Edwards has been on display for Minnesota, helping them space the floor. 2 triples in that quarter. 3 for the game. All right, we'll get back to the action after this break.
Hey everybody, it's halftime. Boy, it's been a rough go so far for the Cleveland Cavaliers.
This is the worst kind of basketball. No flow to the offense, just jacking up shots.
So what's with this game plan? I mean, what are they trying to accomplish out there?
If it's getting an earful from the coach, I'd say mission accomplished. And now, not a bad time to take a look at the schedule ahead. Thanks for tuning in. Now it's time to head back over to Brian Anderson for the start of the third quarter.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. And you know, Anthony Edwards has been really making it happen, guys.
Well, if he's hit threes like he did in the first half, he's going to have a monster night.
What I love is they've continued to feed this guy, ride the hot hand until the defense does something about it.
The Timberwolves lead by 21. We've got Kevin Herder, and it's Rush in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. So that's who's on the floor for the Cavs. Pass to McDaniels. Gets the 3 to fall. McDaniels got 9.
Making plays at both ends of the floor, and it shows up in the box score.
Well, what I love is the energy they're bringing right now. They're ignoring the scoreboard and playing hard.
And it's amazing. Their slim advantage on the board seems a lot larger than it is.
The Beast passes to Wood. Finished off the break.
The best way to get a clean look is with those quick hitters on the break.
What a beautiful fast break opportunity, and the finish pretty good.
And even from where we're sitting, you could clearly tell it was a foul.
Cleveland shooting their first free throws of the game.
2 shots.
Wood hits them both. Minnesota's gotten 5 of 11 threes to drop so far in this game. And it's Green missing.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening.
Herter passes to the Beast. And it's flushed down. A nice jam.
High-value assist there. Finding him inside for the finish.
Minnesota leading by 18. Here's Green. And denied. He sent it right off the glass. Basket's good.
That's a foul. Grant Wood pays first. First team foul.
First trip to the... And coach doesn't like the call at all. He's opting to use his challenge. He wants the officials to look at the replay.
And even with the coach's challenge in place, we've seen so many of these...
The previous play is under review.
Video review.
There's no doubt there's going to be a gray area in a lot of these calls. But at least we have the option to take a second look.
The ruling on the floor is overturned.
So they see clear evidence of a bad call, and they're going to overturn it. Probably the right decision.
And give credit to the officials for recognizing the mistake and correcting it. Nobody likes to say they got it wrong, but they fixed it in a hurry.
To the paint. Here's the Beast. Rebounded by Green. And so it's Green who brings up the ball for the Timberwolves. When this game is done, they'll be off to Toronto, taking on the Raptors. It'll be the 5th meeting of a strenuous 7-game road trip.
And you have to think that they're leading this game because of how they've controlled the boards tonight.
And we've got a timeout call by Kenny Atkinson. He's going to talk it over with his guys. And let's take a look at some of the players we expect to participate in this year's dunk contest. Always an exciting event.
Yeah, year after year, these guys find new ways to innovate and stun the judges. It's remarkable stuff.
You look at Wood, he's a long shot at this point, but you never know.
Well, we'll just have to see. But I personally would love seeing him in the dunk contest.
And there you have it. This year's dunk contest field looks incredible. We'll keep you up to date in the voting.
That is always a highlight of All-Star Weekend. Watching guys just fly through the air. And I enjoy watching all of the guys on that list slam it home.
Just 5 to shoot. Carter from outside. And the rebound goes to Cleveland. Rush has got his 7th rebound here tonight. Crafty move. To drive.
Donovan Mitchell on time and on target. Pretty pass.
And here's Edwards. He's got 17. Pass to Green. And he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line for 2.
And it's like Green doesn't have an off switch. He's consistent at attacking defenses and drawing whistles.
He shot 2 free throws in the game. He's made 1 and missed 1. Call the Cavaliers.
Trying anything now to get them out of this slump.
Just feels like the basket is looking awfully small to them right now. They're having a hard time getting anything to fall.
And the shot goes down. The Beast has got 16 points now.
All right, defensively now, you've got to find a way to slow this guy down because he's putting it to you.
Here's Whitehead. Launches it. What a play! He drains it at the buzzer!
What a huge shot to beat the buzzer. My goodness.
Well, that's the perfect end to the quarter for them. You have no idea how much...
And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves in total control, up by 29 going into the break. Well, it's clear the defensive focus was to shut down Kyrie Irving, because so far it's working. Time for a quick break, then back to the action. All right, let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
You know, I'm kind of stoked this was a choice because I love this pass. A remarkable find. He put his court vision on full display.
Well, making the game easy for your teammates. All about putting them in a position to score. That's pretty.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that, to this point, has not been an evenly fought contest. On the court for Minnesota. And it's Allen in at point guard. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. Well, Grant, it appears that league expansion is around the corner. Any concerns about spreading the talent too thin?
Not really, B.A. I mean, the global pool of players competing for an NBA roster spot has never been deeper. So there's plenty of talent to go around.
Here's the beast. The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. 1 free throw coming his way.
You look at what he's doing here, and it's hard to imagine him playing much better.
And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for Minnesota.
Well, you love their unselfish play. Keeping that ball moving, good shot to great. That's winning basketball.
Second chance points have also been a big part of what's happened in this game. Crashing the boards with authority, turning those opportunities into second chance points. Boy, big time on the offensive glass.
That's their plan, to get him an opportunity to finish in tight. That's a miss. They can live with it.
A quick shot there. It's off target. And for the Timberwolves, they're shooting an efficient 57% tonight. Roberto. Allen outside. Let's go with a 3. Rebounded by Champagnie.
He is too good a shooter, guys, to be left open like that. The defense just dodged a bullet there.
The Timberwolves have gone 0 for 3 in this 4th. Not good. Allen, the pass to Whitehead. Unloads. Minnesota again missing.
Boy, this guy just can't buy a bucket, and yet they have the advantage.
Both teams deciding to change it up.
Substitution on the court.
Now the Timberwolves with it. Final quarter here, and we're just over a minute and a half through it. And granted, while we want the officials to get it right, I'm sure the league would like to shorten that time officials are at the table.
Tell me about it. You wonder if a time limit should be instituted. If they can't figure it out after a minute or so, just go with how it was called on the floor.
The Timberwolves lead by 22. Here's Whitehead. Pass to Allen. And it's out of bounds to Minnesota.
He clipped the ball there, but not enough to nab the steal.
But a really good read on his part, being disruptive at the defensive end right now.
The Cavaliers making a switch here. Here's Whitehead. So it's Minnesota picking up the win. Exceptional effort on the road. They were ready and they were focused.
Focused indeed. I mean, it takes a strong mental approach to block out the distractions. These guys stepped up 100%.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Allie LaForce, Grant Hill, and Doris Burke, I'm Brian Anderson saying thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next time.
Chin up. Tomorrow's a new day.
Yo, keep this thing to regulation. I got plans after the game.
Time to turn the page, MP.
Welcome, everybody, to another presentation of the NBA Live on 2K Sports. Joined by Richard Jefferson and Greg Anthony, I'm Kevin Harlan. David Aldridge is with us on the sidelines. And taking a broader look here at the year-over-year scoring trend for him.
And looking at his offensive numbers from the past few years, it seems like teams around the league have kind of figured him out. He's having to work a lot harder for his points, and they haven't been coming nearly as easily as they used to.
And a look at the starters for the Cavaliers. They've got Simmons. Jared Allen is out there with Wood. That's the beast. And it's Mitchell in at the small forward position. And for the Heat, Adebayo is out there with Brown. Then it's Ellis. Then it's Alperen Şengün. And it's Branham in at the 2 spot. Now with a fair amount of the season already completed, RJ, what storylines have stood out so far to you?
Well, it's really the players that have made the leap into stardom. But look, the season is far from over, and I'm curious to see if these guys can continue to get better.
It'll be the Heat off the tip. Pass to Şengün. Brown against Mitchell. And he gets the bucket. Brown's got the first points up on the board for Miami.
Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve.
And that's a foul called on Bam Adebayo. That is his first foul of the game. Team foul. On defense, the Heat. Stolen by Ellis. And now Ellis running the floor. All by himself. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. That free throw, no good. And he sinks the second. Richard, what's an element of the Cleveland Cavaliers team that you really appreciate?
How about their defensive efforts, Kevin? That's what impresses me the most. This squad does a good job of putting pressure on shooters and scraping that glass after a contest.
And the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Well, Eric Spoelstra gave me a few minutes to catch up. Now he's worried it's going to be one of those nights when Donovan Mitchell just goes off. He told me it's like guarding a ticking time bomb. You never know when he's going to blow up, but you're anticipating it. So coach is expecting the best out of his team, preparing for the worst. Guys?
Thanks, David. Here's Ellis. After the made shot from the Beast. Pass to Branham. Now, here's Adebayo. Heat moving the ball around. Jacks up a three. It's hauled in by Wood.
And sometimes on defense, you can just get lucky.
The Beast cranks concentration to hit the double clutch layup. The Beast's got his third bucket of the night.
And I have no clue how he got that one to fall. Pulling some magic in the midair and torturing the defense in the process.
He takes it in. Branham can't get it to go. Greg, their offensive approach has been rock solid here.
And they're finding the weak spots in the D and attacking them.
To the inside. The kick out to Brown. Gets it from downtown. Brown's got 5 men.
There is zero hesitation from Brown. This man is always ready to fire.
Mitchell passes to the Beast. Here he goes. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Oh, fellas, that was a vicious two-hand monster slam.
Guys, I don't think there was anyone who could have stopped him on that one. Here's Branham. Last game he had 28 points. Oh, good on the triple.
Well defended that time. He's a shooter that the D has to close down on quickly when he's ready to pull the trigger.
Now here's Simmons. Here's the Beast. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's going to be an Alperen Sengun.
Really the right play defensively. If you can't block, force him to the line.
The Heat making a switch here. Haynes checked in.
And that's the norm for him. He's pretty much automatic when he's at the line.
First personal foul. Second team foul.
And here are the Heat now. 4-point game. And Sengun with the basket on the assist from Payne.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. He'll gladly take those.
The Beast can't hit. Well, it was Miami winning their last game against the Hornets. Incredible for his age. The decision-making of Sengun GA is very impressive.
So calm when he sees a double coming. Reads and reacts with ease when he's on the block or at the nail. Reminds you of a young Jokic with how he sees the game.
And here's Brown after the 3 moments ago from the Beast. Pass to Sengun. Here's Adebayo. 6 on the shot clock. Branham, the pass to Sengun. Let's go. And Simmons with the rebound.
Oh, I can see some miscommunication on defense there very clearly. They were super fortunate it didn't torch them with that mistake.
Poked away. Here's the Beast. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
Nothing soft about the putback there.
And why chance it, right? Take the dunk if you've got it.
And that's his MO. Be physical, get in position for the putback, and throw it down. The defense got to know that's what he's looking to do.
Now, here's Adebayo. His last outing, we saw him pour in 22. Brown, no good. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. And the whistle goes in the backcourt violation. He went over and back. A different look for Miami. Garuba, he's checked in for Sengun. And Stewart in for Bam Adebayo. Cleveland also making some changes. Howard's checked in for Wood, and it's Garland in for Allen. And Kenny Atkinson calls timeout. And coach has decided they need a moment to talk things over.
You gotta dance like everyone's watching.
Now for Cleveland. Rush is checked in for Ben Simmons. Kevin Huerter comes in for Mitchell, and Irving subbed in for the Beast. And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. Jaylen Brown has put it all together. He said, I'm figuring out my spots to be aggressive. That's in my DNA. But also showing how I've grown. Being a great screener, delivering passes on time and on target. That's important to being a great teammate. I'm focused on being a better basketball player. Kevin?
Yeah, and he's a smart one too, right, David? He is something else. Outstanding stuff, DA, as always. Shot clock at 2. And Stewart gets it to go.
When guys are moving the ball, sharing it, it makes the game so much more fun, both as a player and as a fan.
Here's Irving. And the layup's good off the glass.
The skill of Kyrie, incredible around the bucket. I have never seen someone his height so good at the rim.
Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Pass to Branham. Now here's Brown. Off target from outside. Garland surveying the D. Outside Howard. They're scoring fast and furious as we end the first quarter. Cleveland ahead, up 4. And back with the start of the second quarter in just a moment. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And a look at how the hustle game has been going for the Cavaliers.
Showing their energy so far, sprinting up and down the floor, getting out in transition and taking advantage.
And another thing, guys, that they've been very active tonight, frequently creating scoring opportunities off turnovers.
And so in the game for the Cavaliers, Kyrie Irving is out there with Garland. Then it's Kevin Huerter. Then there's Howard. And it's Rush in at the center, filling out the middle. Now, here's Garland. No scoring in this one. That 3 off the mark. And something that every NBA player has now that maybe they didn't a couple years ago, RJ, their own personal trainer.
Well, it's just a beautiful investment of your own resources back into your body. I love that players are hiring chefs, dietitians, sleep aides, and the teams are hiring them. I love every aspect of that.
Ellis is checked in for Payne. Cleveland also making some changes. Simmons comes in for Rush. And Donovan Mitchell subbed in for Garland. Good ball movement here by the Heat. Stewart a screen. Here's Branham. With nobody on him, he buries the jumper. Branham's got the second quarter going with the first basket of the period for the Heat. Mitchell outside. Here in the second quarter with a little over a minute gone. That's tipped. Ellis with it. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 9.5 points a game. Pass to Branham. Back to Stewart. It's good. This game is all even. Stewart's got his second basket of the night.
And that's how you lead a team, literally.
And Kenny Atkinson calls timeout. He wants to check in with his team and regroup. Brownie's checked in for Miami. And Cleveland with a change here, too. Woods checked in.
Make sure y'all subscribe to the channel,
We're
man.
closing in on 2 minutes
button.
played here in the second quarter. Back to Irving. A floater. Great defense that time from Ellis. They can retake the lead after trailing for a while.
Nice work to hang around and just give yourself a chance. Put yourself in position.
Offensive rebound.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
Mitchell passes to Wood. Now Simmons. He points his last out here. On the way from Irving for three.
Close to making the defense
15 points. Only me and Tyree scored. Y'all got this.
Ivo Stewart.
Y'all got this.
Pass to Brown.
Donovan Mitchell got 0. DG got 0. It's hard. Can't win games like that.
A miss that time would have put him up. Cleveland has gone 0-3 from beyond the arc to start the second quarter. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. One of the most explosive scorers in the NBA, the great Donovan Mitchell.
Well, I think what makes his offensive game so elite is that he is a very strong and physical guard. He's improved his pick and roll game, and he's improved his distance from 3. So the space that he has to work from is so impressive. Think D. Wade with a better jumper.
And the first one at the line is good. Richard, something amazing about Donovan Mitchell. He averages over 20 points per game every single season.
Yeah, he is just a natural, talented scorer. He beats you in so many different ways. What I like most about his numbers, they go up in the postseason.
Şengün's checked in for the Heat. And Mitchell drops them both.
We talked about the guys who play bigger than their listed size, and Donovan Mitchell is at the top of that list.
And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Thanks, Kevin. The beast in the last matchup against the Timberwolves was a driven player. He scored 24 points, and along with that scoring, he brought some defensive intensity as well. Just another of what has been a string of terrific games from him. He's been really rolling. Guys?
Excellent, David. Yeah, he was very assertive in that last game, making things happen.
Absolutely made his presence felt. And I wouldn't be surprised if he tries to get it going early here tonight.
I completely agree. They should go to him early. If he gets hot, I think another big game is coming.
Brannon's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Proving he's more than just a go-to scorer. Brown also loves swinging the ball to open teammates.
The Heat making a switch here. Johnson's checked in. And here in the second quarter of action as we approach 4 minutes played. Outside, Simmons. To the paint. Here's the beast. And it's good, assisting on the play with Simmons. Simmons got his third assist on the night. Miami trailing. Ellis surveying the D. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. And Alperen Şengün continues to prove himself, RJ, as one of the game's most promising big men.
A lot of it is because of his passing ability, Kevin. Shades of Nikola Jokic out there. Having a big man who can distribute like Şengün is a real luxury.
And the Cavaliers making a change here. Champagne's checked in. The Beast. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. The Cavaliers have been solid at the line so far. 4 for 4. Both free throws good from the Beast.
As we've gotten closer to halftime, their style has become more and more physical.
Johnson kicks to Brown. Ellis outside. Ibo, Şengün. Back to Ellis. There's the triple. The shot goes in. First shot, first basket. 6 changes of the lead here.
Both teams still kind of feeling their way through this game.
The Beast passes to Wood. Here's the Beast. And they come right back with their own three-pointer. The Beast's got 7 points for the quarter. Johnson outside. It's rebounded by Cleveland. Wood's got 4 rebounds now tonight. There's the pick. Champagnie passes to the Beast. And it's good. That bucket takes him to 9 for 14.
And shooting-wise, he's been fantastic, helping to build this lead.
Pass to Brown. Johnson outside. There's 47 seconds left in the second quarter. That is good. The Cavaliers really cut down now to just 2 points with that basket from Brown.
The mid-range is not an issue for Brown. It is just another weapon in his arsenal now.
Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
No clue how he got that one to fall.
The Cavaliers have been excellent at the free throw line here today. A flawless 6 for 6.
One shot.
And that one misses. And so Adebayo will bring it up for the Heat, trailing by 4. They went to Cleveland for their last meeting with the Cavaliers, and they came out with a win.
Yeah, their long-range artillery hit the mark more often than not. A great equalizer when you're on the road.
And you talk to coaches around the league, and they'll tell you sometimes the ball just goes in. It's as simple as that.
And here's Brown outside. Good on the three-point shot. Brown's got 10.
You know this is coming with Brown. He is a ruthless sniper outside.
And here is Ellis. And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a very close game here. Cavaliers lead by 1. Live from Miami, you're watching 2K Sports.
Fans, please direct your attention to center court. And get ready for the fans half-court shot. Give me a beat. They're measuring up the shot. Let's hear it for our contestant.
Welcome to halftime, folks. Before we talk about the game, let's check out who won Player of the Month in both the East and West. For the East, the Beast.
He's been a force over the stretch, getting to his spots, capitalizing, relentless approach.
No one's been able to stop him. No one's really come close. And next up, let's take a look at the Cleveland Cavaliers, who seem pretty well matched in their game.
This is some retro hoops, pounding the ball inside with intent. Man, I know you love this big fella.
No need to take a million jumpers. Work with the rock down low. Good things will happen, don't you know?
Ooh, you're rhyming anything. Oh.
Thank you for being with us. Now let's send it to Kevin Harlan for the second half tip.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. What can you say? The Beast, an impressive effort here today.
And he's shown just how adept he can be at creating contact and then cashing in at the line.
He knows that that's a strength for him. If they're going to keep fouling, he has no problem taking that.
Cavaliers leading. We've got Brown. Adebayo is out there with Alperen Sengun. Then it's Ellis. And it's Branham in at the 2 guard. So that's who Eric Spoelstra starts the second half with.
And those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
And you can feel the jolt of energy that he sent through his team. That is a huge boost in a tight game like this.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Now here's Brown. He's got 10. Pass to Adebayo. Good D by Wood.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
The Beast. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Cavaliers will retain possession. The league's long-distance bombers are setting their sights on the three-point contest this season. Here are some of the early favorites to make up the field.
And I love the way the voting is shaping up, Kevin. We'll have an excellent contest if these are the shooters who are firing away on All-Star Weekend.
He's going to need to leapfrog quite a few great shooters if he's going to be a part of the three-point festivities in All-Star Weekend, but maybe he can do it.
I mean, anything's possible, especially if he has a few big games from beyond the arc before All-Star Weekend. That'd give him a nice bump in the voting.
And we'll keep you posted as we find out more, and as we get closer to the three-point contest once we have our final list of official contestants.
Yeah, it's going to be very competitive. That's the one thing we all know. We've got an incredible group of long-distance shooters in this league right now.
And so far, Brown has been dialed in and is showing no signs of letting up.
Simmons passes to the Beast. Allen trying to break free. The Beast can't hit. The Heat trail by 6, and that's a foul called on the Beast. That's foul number 2 for him.
First team foul.
Sengun passes to Ellis. Back to Sengun. Sengun with the screen for Brown. Pass to Adebayo. Shot clock at 6. Sengun. That one falls coming off Adebayo's feet. Sengun's got 5.
And what can't Adebayo do? I mean, gets the tough rebounds, scores the tough baskets, and then makes the right pass.
And that's a foul called on the Beast.
That's going to be his 3rd foul so far.
Kevin Huerter, he's checked in for Cleveland. Irving comes in for Jared Allen.
Kevin Huerter. Kyrie Irving.
Some bullshit, man. Some bullshit.
Sengun kicks to Adebayo. Ellis the pass to Sengun. Here's Branham. He's defended by Huerter. Out of bounds, Cleveland takes possession.
That pass wandered off target. Can't lose focus on the little bitty things.
And the Cavaliers with possession here. They lead by 4. Over to the wing. Ellis against Irving. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Fantastic at turning these whistles in close. Look, Kyrie has no fear when attacking any defense.
This is his first trip to the line tonight. First one falls for him.
Something that really speaks to Kyrie's talent is his ability to impact the game the minute he steps on the floor. The game changes completely with the ball in his hands.
That one misses. And it's Adebayo with the ball for the Miami Heat. It's a 5-point game. Atlanta will be traveling to face them after this game. Here's Şengün. 5 points in the game. 5 to shoot. From deep three-point land. And it's Brown missing. The Cavaliers leading by 5. RJ, we've seen multiple all-star games for Jaylen Brown. Can he become a superstar?
Well, to me, if you've got a Finals MVP in your back pocket on your resume, you are now a superstar, and Jaylen Brown is that.
Now Irving. After Jaylen Brown's three-pointer that didn't go. Irving connects on the 17-footer. Irving's got 5 now.
I love seeing Irving's work in the mid-range, intelligent at reading the defense and recognizing when to take these shots.
And we'll have a timeout called by Erik Spoelstra. He's ready to talk things through with the team.
Make some noise, fans, for your Heat Breakers and crew.
For your
Heat Breakers and crew. Let's go!
Second half here. We're just over 3.5 minutes into it. Pass to Branham. It's Brown on the wing. He's defended by Huerter. Gets it to go. That one good from Adebayo.
No hesitation from Adebayo there. Had to love seeing him taking this shot with confidence.
There's Garland. It's rebounded by Şengün. Şengün's got 4 rebounds now tonight. 1:51 left to play here in the third. Branham, the pass to Şengün. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
Yeah, he earned that one. I mean, taking the hit and still able to get that one to go down.
Let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for Cleveland.
Look, they're getting good looks inside. It's been a point of emphasis all night long, but I love this hard-nosed attitude of this team.
And their passing has been great as well. Ball movement is key in getting good looks, and they've had that down tonight.
The free throw drops for Şengün. Cleveland's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Outside Irving. Misses the 3.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
No luck that time on the shot that would have put them on top. The three from Garland. Hits the three-point bomb. Garland's got his first 3 points of the game.
He's just a crafty ball handler that does a great job of selling his move. Garland, this man will hit the break, stop, and pop.
Pass to Brown. Shoots over Herter. It's rebounded by Cleveland. 55 seconds left to play in the third. Garland, he uses the glass on the lane. And now a 6-point Cleveland lead.
Oh, going inside and fighting for the bucket. That's what you want. You want a person that's going to fight for those inches.
Brown outside. Inside. Here's Payne. Shoots over Garland. Bank shot. No good. Cleveland leading by 6. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Back to Herter from outside the arc. It's hauled in by the Heat. Şengün's got 6 rebounds in the game. Payne finds Brown. And again, it's the Heat missing. Right side Irving. And out of bounds as the Heat gain possession.
Substitution on the field.
And stolen by Howard. And so it's Cleveland with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. A good size advantage, and they'll look to increase it. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. While we have the chance now, folks, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
That wasn't a better pass in the game, almost like he had a sixth sense.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises. To be a good one. The Heat trail by 6. So with Irving on the bench, this is who Kenny Atkinson has out there. We've got Allen. Garland is out there with the Beast. And it's Champagnie in at the 3 spot. Now here's Brown. And there's the foul. It's on Jaylen Brown. That'll be his second foul of the game.
And that's probably his first turnover of the game. And considering how far we are into the game, you can live with that.
And Kenny Atkinson calls timeout. It's a chance for them to regroup and refocus. Cavaliers leading by 6. Outside Garland. Pass to Champagny. Here's the Beast. And Garuba pulls it down. Miami's gotten the three-point bug tonight. They've taken 15 shots outside the arc. 6 of 15.
Number 16. Fourth personal foul.
And here we go. Coach's challenge happening right now. This one in regards to the personal foul. Seeing if that was the right call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult,
the previous play is allowed
to review the play.
It's so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology. We've seen replay reviews.
After the review, the ruling on the floor is overturned.
A lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Now here's Brown. And the three ball is good. Ellis has got the first basket as we get going in the fourth for the Heat.
Confident and composed on the three-point shot at a critical juncture.
And so Brown will bring it up for the Miami Heat. They trail by 3. Johnson wide open. He fires. That misses, and a chance to tie it there. Here's the Beast. And he gets off the fast break with a monster slam.
Great teamwork punctuated by a strong finish.
Yeah, that's nice execution. Running with purpose and creating an easy scoring opportunity off the break.
Wood with the bucket. Now it's a 7-point Cleveland lead.
Changing ends quickly, getting the advantage in numbers and finishing. They've been doing it all night long.
Yeah, and that's made a huge difference. They're making the most of the chances on the break. Transition buckets decide more games than people think.
Now, here's Johnson. And that will be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
2 Fresno niggas going at it. I like it, man. Back-to-back games, man. I had a stick.
And he can't get the first one. Adebayo is checked in for the Heat. Ben Simmons is checked in for Cleveland.
I like it.
Good on the second free throw.
Let's get it.
Cleveland leading by 6. To the middle. And he throws it down.
Operation Feed the Horse. Feed him early and often. And guess what? It's working. They have the lead.
Heat have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. And there's Johnson. That's good on the assist by Brown. Brown's got 5 assists tonight.
And what a find by Brown, demonstrating a willingness to create the team.
And he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up.
Shouldn't be much debate there.
And the first one goes. And the Heat making a change here. Both free throws good from the Beast. Here's Ellis. Pass to Branham. Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. Fires for 3. And a rebound goes to the Cavaliers.
And the defense dodged one right there. Not the guy you want to leave open.
Not a lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
The Heat making a switch here.
Getting our
Brown's
revenge.
checked in.
Y'all blew us out last game. I ain't haven't forgotten. Last time we played, y'all blew us the fuck out. Like 30, 40. Gotta get out.
Just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation. Ellis, the pass to Branham. Here's the 3. gets the three-pointer to fall.
The defense is far too slow to close out on those three-point attempts.
Simmons working it over. It's thrown by Adebayo. Pass to Ellis. Simmons with the defensive effort. Cleveland leading by 8. Champagnie passes to the Beast. Allen trying to break free. Shot's good by the Beast. The Beast's got 42 in the game.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Look at the clock. A little under 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth. There's Brown with the 3. It's rebounded by Cleveland. Simmons got 6 rebounds now in the game. Here's the drive. The Beast can't hit. The Heat trail by 10. Adebayo with the ball. Pass to Şengün. And here's Brown. Fast break. Here we go. Some nice passing by Cleveland here. Here's the Beast. No good from outside.
And I think that one could have easily had forward for him.
Here's Branham. That's in, coming off an assist from Adebayo. Brannon's got it back down to a single-digit deficit for the Heat. And Kenny Atkinson calls timeout here. There was no hesitating. He wants to talk to the team right now. 1:44 left in the fourth quarter. The Beast can't hit. Miami's gone 2 of 5 on three-point shots since the end of the third quarter. And a wide open look here for Ellis. Busts the J after the cagey pass fake. Cleveland leading by 6. Here's the Beast. Kicks it out to Allen. Three-pointer. The offensive rebound. Well, it was only a matter of time, and they finally get the bucket.
Hard work pays off for the rebound and a bucket. That's just great fundamental.
And timeout is called by Eric Spoelstra. He's not taking any chances. He wants to huddle him up right away. Right now, I'd send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
During that break, Eric Spoelstra had some words for his team. Now he wants them to stay focused on teamwork out there. He said, let's keep communicating, keep talking. You got to help each other out there. Coach thinks that team effort is what's needed here. Guys?
Okay, David, much appreciated. Miami with the ball after the miss from the Beast.
So many of the plays they're running designed to create opportunities from deep.
With the way they're shooting, there's no need to look for any other shot. Just keep letting it rain.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and Coach knows it.
When it ain't broke, leave it alone until someone stops him. Just let him roll.
Now here's Brown. Fires the 3. Simmons pulls it in. Here's Champagnie. And it's good, assisting on the play with Simmons. And the Cavaliers lead by 10.
Saw the opportunity to put this away and did not turn it down.
And that score probably slams the door for any would-be comebacks. And look, they put this one to bed.
Here's Branham. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Here's the Beast. And he slams it one-handed.
Beautiful pass from Simmons. He's outstanding at getting the ball to his guys in their spots.
So we see the Cavaliers taking the win here. They came in here and took care of business like they were the home team.
And Kevin, about the mental toughness that this group showed. They were never rattled at all by the opposing fans.
And that about wraps it up. So for our reporter, David Aldridge.
They really thought they had a chance tonight.
MP got the job done tonight, as usual.
All right. There was a lot of talk in this locker room at the beginning of the season about winning the NBA Cup and using that run to turn this year into something special. The team you're playing tonight, they don't care about your hopes or your dreams or what any of you are visualizing. We lose this game, we're out of the tournament before it even gets started, and the rest of the league gets the scent of blood. Don't get so lost in the clouds that you trip over what's right in front of your face. You take it one possession at a time, one rotation at a time. Make the pass. Trust your teammates. Trust the work. We are not winning any trophies tonight, gentlemen. Just focus on beating the team that's in front of you.
Yep.
All right? Bring it in. Win on 3.
All right.
1, 2, 3, win!
Win.
Let's go. Let's go.
Long season. Time to grab that lunch bell and go to work.
MP said he woke up today ready to slay some dragons.
Please text the word CAVS along with your issue and seat location to 55555. A member of our guest relations will respond and address your concerns immediately. A reminder, fans, we hope that come and join us for our trading card day. The first 10,000 fans to the arena will receive a trading card pack. Arrive early to the fan zone and get the sign by Moon Dog with a Cavaliers jersey. Fans, be here for the match.
Hi, folks. Glad to have you with us here. You're watching the East quarterfinals of the NBA Cup. We're excited to bring it to you. With Hall of Famer Grant Hill and Brent Barry, this is Brian Anderson. We'll be hearing from Allie LaForce from the sideline. And here's a look at some numbers for him.
He's been really dialed in from deep during these last 5 games. Looking assertive and in control every time he rises up to shoot from beyond the three-point line. And it's been fun to watch.
So a look at our starters for the Wizards. They've got Hardy, and it's Walker in at the 4 spot. And for Cleveland, we've got Jared Allen. Ben Simmons is out there with Donovan Mitchell, and it's the Beast in at the 2. And in terms of the NBA Cup tournament, this Eastern quarterfinals game is a must-win for these 2 group winners. Lose and you're out of the running for the NBA Cup.
Yeah, make no mistake. This might count as a regular season game statistically, but there's nothing regular about it. These teams are battling for their shot at that NBA Cup.
So the Wizards will get the first possession, and this is, of course, a critical game for MP to come through and help his team stay alive in the battle for the NBA Cup. I'm anticipating the intensity to be a little more ramped up in this one.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, you can sense that element of urgency. We're going to see players diving for the loose balls, pounding defense, some fast-paced action end-to-end. All eyes, including mine, will be on how MP rises to the occasion.
Here's Carrington after the basket by Cleveland. Pass to Ware. Three-pointer. And that's good. His first bucket of the game.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
Here's the Beast. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting.
Yeah, and you never want to let shots at the rim go uncontested.
Cleveland shooting their initial free throws of the game here. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time.
And you can tell he's feeling confident right now at the line, and when he's on, he can be lights out.
And about a minute gone in the first quarter. Pass to Ware. Marked it down low that time. Got hit with the 3-second call. Now the Cavaliers with it. To the middle. Powered down after the assist. Led him to the lane.
There are only 2 players who can hit a teammate like that in stride. Beautiful assist.
Here's Ware. Coming off a terrific game against Houston. Uses the glass on the layup. Ware's got 5 now.
I love this approach. Getting him involved early, and it's already paying off.
Well, he's going to just keep going now. That's early confidence for him.
Ooh, stolen by Allen. Mitchell, the pass to the Beast. Outside for Mitchell. The 3 is up. No luck on that one. The Wizards have gone 2 of 3 from the floor. Allen defending. To the inside. Carrington. Got a piece of it. And as it goes out of bounds, Washington able to keep possession. Inside.
At just about 7 feet, Jared Allen can be imposing as a defensive presence. That's just a tremendous scoring instinct. So fun to watch him work in the half court.
Mitchell up top. The rebound by Ware.
Wow, he doesn't miss many of those. He's such a strong finisher and tight.
Pass to Walker. Here's Ware. Allen defending. After missing his first attempt, now 1 for 2.
That's the kind of passing you want there. Work the ball around, keep it moving, try to get an assist on every bucket.
Once again, off the mark by Cleveland. And so it's Walker with it. He brings it up for the Wizards. It's a 3-point game. Last time they met in Washington.
When your whole team is shooting in the low 30s, you know you're in trouble.
Yeah, you check the stat sheet and you can dominate just about every other facet of the game, but it's not going to make up for anything if you shoot the ball at such a low percentage.
And Kenny Atkinson has called a timeout. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust. And now it's time to look at the teams that have really impressed shooting from the field during the last 10 games. In the 3rd spot, the Wizards.
Recently, they've been effective in getting good looks. Field goal percentages are typically tied to the quality of your shots.
He got him. No doubt that's a foul. And it's going to be a transition take foul. Washington shooting their first free throw of the night. Wizards leading by 4. Here's Carrington, coming off a 16-point game against Houston.
Let's us not forget about the work on the glass. His effort level was a 10 that night out of 10.
Oh, gritty defense. Protecting the rim at all costs against a guy who has all sorts of ways to finish.
And Grant, by now, many of the questions we had coming into the season have been answered.
Oh, no question, B.A. But it's still a long way to go. We know how much can change over the course of a season, so I wouldn't be surprised if a contender or 2 has yet to emerge.
Herter's checked in for Cleveland. Garland comes in for Jared Allen. Here's Buffkin. In his last outing, 16 points for him. Pass to Ware. And the rebound goes to Cleveland. They're coming off that win against the Heat.
Most of the arena was totally against them. But they looked inward, trusted each other, and made good plays.
Yeah, and in that game, it turned into a massive scoring night. It wasn't so much about the game plan as it was establishing early confidence to get that win.
Juzang, he's checked in for Washington. The Wizards have gone 4 of 9 in this one so far. Here's Buffkin, guarded by Garland. Pass to Walker. Six on the shot clock. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. This is his first opportunity at the line this evening.
Shooting for Washington, Walker taking 2 shots.
That one's off. He hits the second from the line. The Cavaliers trail by 3. Pass to Howard. Irving with it. Shoots from the right block. The Cavaliers again cannot hit. Wizards leading by 3. Here's Buffkin, guarded by Garland. We've got 1:28 left in the first. Walker for 3. Rush grabs the board.
Man, that's his shot. Maybe he was too wide open.
The floater. And they get it back. Howard, the pass to Herter. Cleveland again missing. Washington has gone 1 of 2 from 3-point land so far. 1 minute left now in the first quarter. Pass to Juzang. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Buffkin. No good on the 3. The Cavaliers trail by 3. They've been having major problems offensively.
Definitely in a bit of a dry spell.
Here's Garland. No luck on that one.
Yeah, can't see why he missed that one there. The D's close, but looked like plenty of room.
Here's Ware. Hook loose. 23 seconds left in the first quarter here. Juzang, no good. And so Garland will bring it up for the Cleveland Cavaliers. Here's Irving. Off target at the rim. Here's Buffkin. A deep 3. Oh, and the release was before the buzzer, but it's off target. So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. It's Washington. They lead by 3. Don't go away. We'll be back with the second quarter in just a moment. Some good action in the books as we get back to a game that's been pretty close so far here. And what do you think about how the Wizards are doing here?
Well, you have to credit their effort on the defensive end. It set the tone for this contest.
That defense has been infectious here as everybody stepping up aggressively on that end.
On the court for Washington, they've got Isaiah Hartenstein, and it's Juzang in at the small forward position. With the step back. Pass to Juzang, to the wing, right side. Here's Buffkin. For 3. Shot that time, not on target. When folks talk about Herder, you hear a lot about his movement, Greg.
Well, one thing you have to be in this league as a great shooter is willing to move without the basketball. It puts a lot of pressure on your primary defender, but it can open up some lanes for your teammates. Kevin Herder, an elite skill working without the ball.
Washington with the ball, following the score by Cleveland. Here's Buffkin. Wood grabs the board. The Cavaliers leading. And here's Herder. No made baskets yet. Garland. And so far in this one, 2 for 4.
Despite their early struggles from the field, they have the lead and look like they're finally coming together as an offensive unit.
And it's Willie Green calling the timeout here. He wants to make sure everybody's on the same page. Comes in for Garland, and the Wizards making a change here as well. Hardy's checked in. We're about a minute and a half into the second quarter now. Pass to Carrington. Here's Hardy to halt the run. And that's good. His first bucket of the game.
That's pretty much not how they want to defend the three-point line. Somebody's got to shadow him out there.
Outside Mitchell. 2 minutes now played in the second quarter. The three is up. It's rebounded by Washington.
Practically a block. Good, strong challenge.
Yeah, altering the shot just as long as there's a miss, that kind of energy not wasted.
And the lead just keeps changing hands.
5 times already, and we still haven't gotten out of the first half.
Wood outside. Now here's Mitchell.
They keep capturing the lead, then giving it back. We'll see if they can hold on to it this time.
Well, you can tell they really want to increase this lead. They can't keep letting them take it from them.
Here's Hardy. A 20-point game for him in the win against Houston. Here's the pick. Here's Carrington. Pass to Forte. Just 4 to shoot. And again, Washington with a triple.
Well, that's a shot he can hit. If you give it to him, you need a little more energy on defense that next trip down.
Mitchell, the pass to Champagnie. Wood outside. From deep, Mitchell. Again, the miss by Mitchell. The Wizards have gone 3 of 5 since the beginning of the second. Here's Buffkin. Check by Mitchell. Pass to Carrington. There's the triple. The rebound by Allen.
He probably thought he was going to bury that one.
Here's Champagnie. Grant, there's a huge difference between talent on paper versus winning.
You're right, B.A., and it comes down to coaching, chemistry, and sacrifice. I think the biggest thing is effort. All things being equal, the team that plays the hardest is going to win.
Yeah, you saw Allen do a great job of just placing himself in that pick and roll, and he's right where he's supposed to be.
The shot by Hardy, no good. Cleveland has gone 1 for 3 from downtown here in the second. Pass to Allen.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
Here's Hardy. Simmons defending. Here's Carrington. Here's Hardy. And there's a whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
Everyone in the building saw the obvious contact.
Washington shooting their 4th and 5th attempts at the free throw line tonight.
2 shots.
First one falls. So both teams making some changes here. And we've got a timeout call by Kenny Atkinson. I think right now he must be looking at some adjustments. And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Thanks. Well, the Beast in their last matchup against the Heat got the job done. He had 46 points, and he was dialed in from long distance. But remember, he also was great on the strike. And he had a memorable game. These coaches and fans are still buzzing about it. Just incredible. What's he got for an encore?
Can't get the rebound.
Outstanding, thanks. Impressive ability to carry his team to victory, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., I was really impressed. They wouldn't have won the game if it wasn't for his attacking mindset and will to win.
Yeah, going up against a team that had no answer for him. We'll see if it plays out the exact same way here tonight.
On the wing, Mitchell. Right now, averaging 5.5 a game.
Oh.
It's a 3-on-3 fast break. The shot by Hardy, no good.
His touch has left him in this quarter. Nowhere close to the kind of output they need from him.
Blocked! 55 seconds left in the second quarter. Pass to Ware. Here's Hardy. 6 to shoot. On the take. And he goes in for the dunk.
Wow. I'll tell you, such an advantage having a playmaker who can get up to the rim and finish.
Now that is what every team wants.
I like to see that assertiveness, especially from the guy who's going to orchestrate your offense.
The Wizards with a lead. Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Howard grabs the miss. Howard's got 4 rebounds now. Here's the Beast. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
No debate there.
This is his 3rd trip to the line tonight.
He did a lot of damage at the free throw line in their last game.
And that one falls. That puts him up 1 point in the game now. There's 14 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Here's Hardy. From deep. Gets the 3 ball to go. Hardy's got 8 points. Oh, man, this has been an absolute battle in the first half.
Each team trying to establish itself. The lead just keeps going back and forth.
And the first half comes to an end. We've got a close game going here. It's Washington. They're up by 2. Stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started.
Thanks for tuning in. Did you miss us? Before we discuss the game at hand, let's first check out the upcoming schedule. You know, I love sitting up here and doing this show with you guys. I learn something new every day.
Man, you know what? It is pretty unreal they pay us to do this. Did I say that out loud?
Wait, you guys get paid?
Well, yeah, we wouldn't sit here and deal with you for free. And moving on to the Cavaliers' first half. It's a close one through 2 quarters.
They found an advantage in the painted area, and they're exploiting it.
And that'll do it for us. Thanks for stopping by. We'll head back down to...
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple of quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. We've got Donovan Mitchell. Ben Simmons is out there with Jared Allen, and it's Wood in at the power forward position. That's the 5 for Cleveland right now.
And his fantastic performance from the last game has carried over to tonight.
Yeah, the coach pretty smart for zoning in on him and giving him opportunities to stay with that confident play.
Here's Hardy after the basket by Cleveland. Has to wear the floater, and he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up. That one on Mitchell, and they're not happy with the call here. Coach has given the signal. He's going to use his challenge. Probably a good idea in such a close contest.
And even with the coach's challenge in place,
the previous play is under review.
Still disputed even after the video review.
There's no doubt there's going to be a gray area in a lot of these calls, but at least we have the...
After review, the ruling on the floor stands.
Oh, my God.
And they've made their decision. The call will stand.
And as much as it hurts to lose a challenge, I think Coach would challenge that call again if he could. He really disagreed with the foul, and he's still peeved.
And now in December, here's what the Eastern Conference standings look like. You take a look at Cleveland. They've been outstanding halfway through this season, looking cohesive and playing for one another. And, of course, the Wizards, back 3 games.
Well, I think for Cleveland, I really think the high expectations put a certain amount of pressure on these guys. But, to their credit, they have really stepped up to it.
I think every great team welcomes the challenge of trying to be elite, and they want to do it on a nightly basis.
And the shot's good.
And standing just 6'1", amazing how effective Mitchell is attacking the paint.
Simmons, the pass to the Beast. It's rebounded by Washington. Pass to Ware. Into the lane. Capitalizes off the crossover. Ware's got 10 points.
That's what speed and agility will do for you. Big time play.
Now here's Mitchell. And here's Simmons. Down low. Here's the Beast. Oh, a rim-rattling two-handed jam.
And nobody putting out much of an effort to stop him.
Surprising. In a close game, a lack of energy on defense.
On one side, inspiration. On the other, devastation.
Washington trailing. Fires for 3. Nails it from beyond the arc. Ware's got 7 points for the quarter.
Very consistent tonight at the offensive end. Right there, he helps fuel the fire.
And the three-pointer goes.
Yeah, 80%. Is that a good number from the field? I think so. 4 or 5 here shooting. Terrific start.
And we're just about 2 minutes into the second half now. Here's Hardy. Simmons defending. Pass to Ware. The shot won't fall. 3D that time from Allen. And so it's Simmons with it. He brings it up for the Cavaliers. They lead by 1.
If you told me this was the kind of game he was going to have, I would not have expected them to be in front right now. But even though he misses that one, the defense has got to talk about that. That's a bad miscue, and you can't give up looks like that all game long.
Here's Mitchell. Got a hand on it. A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. Here's Carrington. Knocks it down from distance. Here in the second half, this game's still nip and tuck.
Just an insane amount of lead changes. The fans are getting their money's worth.
The Beast shot is off. Knocked away. And the Foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming his way. This will make 5 trips to the line for him tonight. And he makes the first. A different look for Cleveland. Champagnie, he's checked in for Donovan Mitchell. And Garland is subbed in for Allen. Third quarter here, and 3 minutes have come off the clock. Here's Hardy. Give him 8. Out left to the wing. Pass to Walker. Fires the 3. Wood grabs the board. For Cleveland, they've gone 4 of 8 in the third. Outside Garland. Here's Simmons. From down in the low post, it goes. Simmons has got his first points of the night.
You know Simmons can get physical when he has to, going right through the contact.
Here's Ware. 13 points in the game. And the layup is good off the glass.
In a tight game, they wanted to make sure of that possession.
The Cavaliers have gone 5 for 9 from the floor in the third quarter. Driving in. The Beast shot is off.
Oh my God. Come on, man.
And that one misses. And the Wizards making a change here. Buffkin's checked in. Washington has gotten 2 of 4 threes to fall here in this third quarter. Pass to Ware. Fires at the elbow. And that one drops for him. Ware's got 9 points now in the quarter.
Now he's put on a shooting display here in the second half. He really seems to be in a great groove right now.
Here's Garland. Three-pointer. Champagnie shot is off.
Right. And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's a shot he typically makes.
Here's Ware. 15 points in the game. Shot clock at 6. Takes the 3. And the rebound goes to Cleveland. Howard's got 5 rebounds in the game. Outside Garland. Hits the three-pointer. Garland's got 8 points.
Garland right now really doing a nice job of staying in perpetual motion.
50 seconds left in the third quarter. Here's Ware. He's been an important part of this offense, averaging around 22 points a game. This one for 3. It's rebounded by Cleveland. Howard's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Here's Garland. It's wide. Hits off the rim.
God, my nigga.
And for the Wizards, they're shooting around 45% since the break.
God damn.
16 seconds left in the third. Here's Buffkin. They look to him to score consistently, averaging around 13.5 a game. And down it goes. 2 points.
And able to regain the lead there.
Now here's Garland. Launches a 3.
Oh, DG busted.
A huge 3 allows them to snatch the lead heading into the final quarter.
We're at the end of the third quarter, and we've still got a close one. Cleveland on top, up by 2. And we're just moments away from the start of quarter number 4. Stay with us. Us here in the fourth quarter. The Wizards shooting about 41%, and so in the game for Washington. They've got Hardy, and it's Hartenstein in at the 5 spot.
And that was the right decision. When you're in need of a bucket, you go to your most trusted guys.
Yeah, whether it's teammates or the coaching staff, hopefully a combination of both, but gets close, he's getting the ball. Well, after an impressive first half, he's just not been able to get the room or get anything going here in the second.
Here's Hardy. Pass to Hartenstein. And so the ball out of bounds.
Shit, the nigga getting fouled. Ref ain't calling shit.
The steal. You have to love the pressure defense.
They're pestering right now, and that's going to pay some dividends. At some point, there's going to be a turnover.
Mitchell's checked in for Herter. Forte passes to Hardy. Knocks down the long J. And the Wizards lead by 4.
And offensively, it appears they've hit their stride.
Here's the Beast. It's rebounded by Washington.
Well, his poor shooting is a big reason that they're staring at this deficit right now. He needs to get on track if they're going to find a way to win.
All right, guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Wizards?
Well, the coaching staff has to love what they're seeing on offense. There's so many assists because how this team is moving the ball.
And there's another thing going on right now for them that has to get their confidence up, and that's the 3-ball. I mean, it's been falling for them. They're locked in. That outside shot going. That's a big difference maker.
A rough game for him scoring the ball. Just can't seem to get it going.
They are looking really strong offensively.
Yeah, just terrific momentum. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Here's Hardy, started by Garland. And a foul called on the way out. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. That one's on Darius Garland.
All the fouls.
First one falls for him. And Cleveland making a change here. Simmons is checked in. Good on both. And Kenny Atkinson has called a timeout. Looking to get everyone dialed in and engaged.
Damn fouls,
The Cavaliers trail by 8. They need this. He can't get that one to fall.
If this quarter is any indication, he's not going to be the guy to turn this game around in their favor.
Here's Ware. Drills it from deep.
They're starting to pull away here as their shots keep falling.
Start to feel their confidence. That's the difference between the success they're having now and the struggles they faced earlier.
Connects from downtown. The Beast's got 23.
Well, that equals his 3-point total from the first half. He had 1 before the break, and that's his first 3 of this half.
Moving along, 2 minutes gone in the 4th. Pass to Hardy. Here's Ware. Takes a 3. Wood grabs the board. Wood's got his 4th rebound in this one. Simmons, the pass to the Beast.
Pass me.
Ware's got 4 rebounds now.
Well, if he's going to keep shooting, they've got to run some plays for him. Screens, pick and rolls, anything they can do to get him started.
Every player goes through this. When your shots aren't going down, it can ding your confidence.
Here's the Beast. Off target with the 3.
I think if I was coaching these guys right now, especially him, I tell him, you take one more 3-point shot, and we're going to have some conversations here side by side.
Where? That's good.
Well, defensively, they've been flat in this second half. A very different type of team than we saw in the first.
Fires the 3. And another miss by Cleveland.
And it's another just bad decision on a night full of those. His shot selection tonight has been questionable at best.
And that puts them just 1 foul from the bonus.
Here's Hardy. And it's Willie Green calling the timeout here. He wants their game plan to be crystal clear at this point.
Ain't getting no fouls. It's not fair.
All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Thanks, guys. I was able to hear Willie Green coaching his team during that last break. Despite the lead, Coach was stern with the guys, mentioning to the team, do not let up. I've seen some big comebacks in this league, and this is not over. An interesting message. BA?
Thank you for that, Allie. Pass to Carrington. Lets the 3 fly. Sends it home from 3-point land. And the Wizards lead by 14.
This has been their game plan here in the final period. We'll see if it continues to work out.
It's one thing to have teams shoot a bunch of threes, but with this team being that hot defensively, you got to chase them away from anywhere near that line.
And Kenny Atkinson has called a timeout. He is not messing around, calling them into the huddle.
Give him a round of applause.
A little over 3.5 minutes in the books now in this fourth quarter. So, Fred, and so it's Washington easily grabbing this one, showing the rest of the Eastern Conference what kind of team they're going to be this year.
Yeah, we'll see what they can do in the semifinals. The NBA...
Good game, MP.